How to buy and sell a home at the same time. Let's say you own your home currently and you want to relocate and purchase another home. This is a common scenario for our clients, and you need to make a game plan in order to be successful and keep the stress level as low as possible. There are several different strategies to consider, and I'm going to go over the top 4 that are most helpful to our clients in this video. Hi, I'm Jessica Janung with the Janung team in Active Realty. Many of our clients start out watching this YouTube channel to learn what it's like to live here in the Temecula-Murrieta Valley. We produce a lot of content that is geared towards educating you on the various cities, what lifestyle they have to offer, pros and cons always. We show you neighborhood tours, we do regular market reports giving you housing market data, and we share with you the feel for the local real estate market on the ground. Oftentimes, once our clients have decided to move here and we are meeting for the first time, which normally takes place on a Zoom call or a phone call, they share with us that they currently own a home. They ask about the process and timing to sell their current home before purchasing their replacement home. Most people need to sell in order to qualify for their replacement home. So I want to clarify that this video is just addressing resale homes. If you have a home to sell but you plan to purchase a new construction home, I'm going to be making a separate strategy video about that. Because of the timelines, the strategy options are very different when buying a new construction home. Having a home to sell is often referred to as a home sale contingency, and we need to briefly define what that means. A home sale contingency is one type of clause frequently included in a real estate purchase contract. Bear with me on a little alphabet soup. The California Association of Realtors, otherwise known as CAR, writes and updates all of our forms for the purchase contract. The form that is addressing this type of situation is called Contingency for Sale of Buyer's Property, or CAR form COP. With a home sale contingency in place, the transaction is contingent upon the sale of the buyer's home. If the buyer's home successfully closes by the specified date, the contract moves forward. But if it does not, the contract is terminated, and the contingency is designed to protect the buyer and the earnest money deposit, so it is a risk to the seller to accept an offer with this type of contingency. Buying and selling at the same time needs solid strategy, because sometimes it feels like that we're lining up the stars and there are always a lot of moving parts. There are no certainties in a real estate transaction because every seller, buyer, situation, and house is different. You want to do the very best to protect yourself against the unexpected, and that is the job of your real estate agent. I'm going to share with you the 4 strategies our clients use that have been most successful, and we help clients successfully purchase properties with this type of contingency very regularly. Before I get into these 4 strategies, I want to share with you one of my best tips for making your relocation to our area a smooth transition. If your home to sell, your current home, is located in Southern California, we love to handle both sides of the transaction, meaning that we handle the listing and sale of your current home as well as represent you on the buy side of your new home. This is best for everyone because we are in the loop of the entire transaction 100% of the time, and it helps me when I'm selling our offer to the listing agent on the replacement home. I can give them the info and the assurances that they need on the home to sell transaction. We often help clients with the listing side and the buy side that are local to our area, and it's very common for us to help clients that are moving from San Diego and Orange County as well. I am only licensed in California, and a lot of our clients are making moves from other states, in which case you are going to have to hire a local agent naturally to list your home. I recommend being very selective on who you hire and ensure they have great communication and are very experienced. I will be needing documents and information from them to assist us in getting your offer accepted for your Temecula-Murrieta Valley home. It is crucial they are professional and timely in providing us any info that is needed to help secure the replacement property. Let's get into the 4 strategies. The first strategy is the easiest option for you to consider when trying to buy and sell at the same time, and that is not to have a home to sell contingency. This means you can financially qualify to carry both properties. This happens with our clients on occasion, but this is the least likely scenario that we deal with because most folks can't qualify to carry 2 homes at once, or they need the equity from their current home to put down towards their replacement home. The pros of this strategy is you can take your time finding your new home, and you only have to move once. Once you have secured the new home, you can sell your current home at your convenience. We're also not having to negotiate any rent backs or find temporary housing. The cons of this strategy are the what ifs, such as market risk and the length of time that it may take to sell your current home. Your knowledgeable and experienced agent should be able to advise you on how long you can expect the sale of your current home to take. The other more obscure what if risks are the chance of encountering like a 2008 style crash where you're not able to clear as much money from the sale of your current home as expected. This is unlikely in my opinion, but anything can happen in life. So this strategy, although it's the easiest, does involve some additional risk. Strategy number 2 is you sell your current home and move into temporary housing. Some of our clients have family in the area that they can live with temporarily, but more often they need to rent a home or an apartment with a short-term lease. The benefit to this strategy is once your current home has sold, you are no longer a contingent buyer and you're in a much stronger position to get an offer accepted, especially if we are in a multiple offer situation, which is still pretty common. The other benefit is you are now living here locally, you can view properties in person, and you can view them as soon as they hit the market. With desirable properties still selling very quickly, it is an advantage to be able to submit an offer right away. The cons of this strategy is you have to move twice. Also, it is difficult, although not impossible, to find a single family home in our area that offers less than a 12-month lease. So most of our clients with this strategy end up renting an apartment. They are not easy to find either, but there are a couple complexes in our area that offer leases starting at 3 months and then they go month to month after that. There is a pricing premium on shorter term leases as well to consider. The shorter the term, the higher the monthly rent, typically because turnover is very expensive for rental owners, let me tell you. Strategy number 3 is you list your current home and you negotiate a little extra time with your buyer to remain in possession of your home after closing. This is referred to as a seller in possession or car form SIP. This is very common in our business. While your current home is listed and we are going through the escrow process, we are out shopping for your replacement property and submitting offers. The pro of this strategy is you only have to move once, meaning you go directly from your current home into your replacement home. The con of this strategy is that you need to choose from homes that are currently on the market. You don't have the luxury to casually shop around and wait for the perfect home to hit the market. There is also the risk that if we don't find an acceptable home in time, that may mean that you end up moving into temporary housing after all. In my experience with this strategy, normally we are successful in securing the replacement property in time and our clients are able to find homes that they like that are choices that are on the current market. Strategy number 4, which is kind of a part B to strategy number 3, I call this the line up the stars strategy, where your current home is listed with a replacement property seller contingency, meaning you will have the ability to cancel on the buyer of your current home if you don't locate a replacement property in time. This seems to be the most difficult and sometimes stressful strategy to execute, but it certainly can be done, and we just closed one of those about a week ago. I'll tell you the example of how that one played out to paint the picture. Clients contacted us wanting to purchase a home in Menifee. They had a home to sell in Orange County, which we listed for them. These clients did not want to move twice under any circumstance, so they wanted to list their Orange County home and try to find a buyer that was willing to accept a replacement property seller contingency. Home buyers do not love this because of the what if factor. What if the seller doesn't secure the replacement property? Well, then the transaction cancels, we fall out of escrow, and that buyer is back to square one on the home search. Buyers, they want to make an offer on a home, get it accepted, and close on time. There is a risk to them accepting a seller contingency, same as there is a risk to a seller accepting a buyer contingency. But Orange County, it's such a hot seller's market that we had multiple offers and the buyers were fine with the seller contingency. We negotiated 17 days with the buyers to find the replacement property. We got lucky and we found the property very quickly within the first week, and we got the client's offer accepted on the Menifee property, which was a little bit stressful because we were up against another offer that was not contingent, which normally means the other offer wins. Our offer was contingent upon the Orange County home selling. Thankfully, we were the winning offer and the rest of the transaction went smoothly. I call this the line up the stars strategy because we have to pass every hurdle on both transactions, otherwise both escrows can fall out. Both inspections need to go well, both loans need to process smoothly, both appraisals, when applicable, need to come in, etc. We had to negotiate a few days of seller in possession with the buyers of the Orange County home, so my sellers had time to not only close on both the Orange County home and the Menifee home, but they also needed a few days to move into the Menifee home. Not easy, but it's doable so long as we have open communication and we have reasonable expectations on both sides. I am happy to schedule a consultation with you if you'd like to tell me a little bit about your situation and help you decide which of these 4 strategies would be best for you and to help you make a game plan. It is also critical, in my opinion, to start the loan pre-approval process before you make a decision to list your current home, to make sure that there's nothing unexpected on your credit report that might negatively affect your financing, and to make sure that you're comfortable with today's higher mortgage rates, assuming you're financing the replacement purchase. You don't want to get down the road and under contract to sell your home only to realize that you can't afford the home that you want in today's higher mortgage rate market. I am also happy to give you a lender referral if you're shopping in California. And lastly, you need to get what is called a net sheet from the agent that is going to be listing your current home to see exactly how much money you are going to be walking away with when you sell that home, so you will know how much you're going to be able to allocate towards the next home. I know that was kind of a lot of information. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.